welcome to day 5. So today's class, I've got this nice 20-25 minute class where we're going to be working a lot into our back bends. So we're going to find something that we call wild thing. We may have done it in some of the classes previously, but it's quite a tricky pose. You know, it's all on one arm, it's a back bend, and you may be thinking, oh my god, this pose is so challenging. So I'm just going to give you a few little variations for this pose as well, and we'll just start to work through it so you might feel a little bit more comfortable with the pose. Also, we're going to be finding a little bit of back bend and opening up through the shoulders. You may want to use a yoga strap in today's class. If you don't have a yoga strap, that's absolutely fine. You can either use a hand towel or maybe a dressing gown belt. So if you want, you can pause the video now and go grab those now. And then I'll see you back on the mat. So in today's class we're going to start in child's pose. So we'll take ourselves onto our mat. We can either have the knees together or you can take the knees out apart. Keep those feet together and then sink the hips back towards the heels and then bring those arms out in front. Reaching those hands out, fingers spread, folding down, closing the eyes. And just taking this time at the beginning of class to just focus on that breath and bring awareness to that body. Taking a big inhale in through the nose, big long exhale out through the mouth. Really focus on breathing into the lungs, breathing into the ribs, the back body, inhale. And big long exhale to release. One more like this, inhaling in through the nose. Really fill the lungs up. And then open the mouth, big long exhale. And then we'll close the mouth now and just keep that breath coming in and out through the nose. Still filling the lungs up. Breathing into the body. I'm starting to find a little bit of space in the ribs. We're going to walk those hands over towards that right hand side. So take both hands over towards the right. Thinking about that left hip still drawing down towards the heel. So you'll really find this big stretch through the ribs. Inhale. And big exhale. And then walking the hands all the way back through center, over towards the left. Reaching the hands over that side. Big breath in. And big breath out. And then coming all the way back through center, bringing those hands out in front. And we're going to inhale, rock all the way forwards, find our tabletop position. So just bring those knees underneath the hips, those hands underneath the shoulders, fingers spread. And then just gently start to rock forwards and backwards, warming up a little bit into those wrists. Inhale and exhale. Coming through into our cat-cows now. We inhale, scoop the belly down, lifting the chest, lift the chin. As we exhale, round the back, press down through those hands, finding space between the shoulder blades. And again, inhale, drop the belly down, lift the chest, finding a little bit more space each time we do this. Exhale to round the spine. So we're really working into those back bends here, so we want to find nice mobility in the back. Inhale as we drop the belly down, lift the chest, find that cow belly. Exhale as we round the spine, that scared cat. One more time for good measure. Inhale, drop the belly down, lift the chest. And exhale to round the spine. And then coming into our flat back, that tabletop position. Coming through into our puppy dog pose now. So we're really going to open up into that upper back, into the shoulders. So we want to think about keeping those hips directly above those knees. So they don't want to reach forwards too much. They don't want to sink back, but they want to stay nice and vertical above those knees. And we start to walk those hands out in front, melting the chest down towards the mat, opening up through those shoulders, through that upper back. Can the forehead reach down towards the ground? Releasing that core, so you really start to open up through that spine, through those shoulders. Inhale. Stay as we exhale. If you want to take it a little further, you can take the gaze forwards, coming more onto our chin, looking between those hands. Inhale. And exhale to stay. So really opening up into those shoulders now. Inhale. And exhale, this time slowly start to make our way up, bringing those hands back underneath those shoulders. Just take a little wiggle side to side, finding some space in those ribs and that side body. Inhale and exhaling. From here, we're going to take your right foot, we're going to take it out 90 degrees off the side of the mat towards the right. We then roll the body open, lifting the left arm up, finding that gate pose, like a modified side plank, so you feel that support in that right arm, that right knee, lifting that left arm up. Inhale and exhale. Now from here, we're going to work up a little bit into wild thing. So we're going to find a wild thing variation. So from here, I want you to lift that left foot up, floating it off the ground. Then we take that left foot and we reach it, we bend it, and we place those toes down just a little bit back behind towards that right hand side. Then start to press the hips forwards and see if you can open that chest a little bit more up towards the ceiling. So this is a modified wild thing. It's modified because we're here on this right knee, but we still find this lovely back bend opening up through the ceiling. Inhale. As we exhale, look back down towards the mat. We're going to find our tabletop position once again. Little wiggle with those hips side to side. And then we'll go through the other side. So first take the left foot out towards that left hand side. We roll the body open towards the right, lifting the right arm up. Again, feeling that support in that left hand. Inhale. Stay as we exhale. And then we're going to come into that wild thing variation. We lift the right leg up, bend the leg, and then place those toes just a little bit back behind. Press the hips forward, so squeeze the glutes, and then open the chest up towards the ceiling, finding this back bend. Inhale, exhale to stay. Look back down towards the mat, find that tabletop position. Knees under the hips, wiggle those hips side to side. Inhale. And exhaling. And then we'll tuck the toes under, find our first downward dog. Lift those hips up nice and high. Bend into the legs, make sure our back is nice and flat. Just shake the head, make sure the neck is released. Inhaling. And exhale. We're going to inhale, rock forwards, find our high plank position. Squeeze the core, shoulders over the wrist, gaze forwards. Exhale, take a chaturanga. So we shift forwards first. Shoulders past the wrists. We can drop the knees down for this first one, core engaged. Take the elbows back in line with the body. And then all the way down onto our belly, untuck the toes. Inhale here, we find our cobra, gentle pressure in those hands, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, lower back down. And again, inhale, find that cobra, pressing the tops of the feet down into the mat, finding that back bend. Exhale, back down. One more time. Inhale, we lift up. Maybe those arms can straighten just a little bit more. Exhale, back down towards the mat. From here, I want you to just slide those hands just a little bit closer towards your ribs. We're going to come up into our upward facing dog. To press the tops of the feet down into the mat. Press through those hands. I want you to lift the whole body off the ground. Sink the hips down. But the thighs, the knees, the hips are not touching the ground. This is your upward facing dog. So you're pressing into the tops of the feet. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest, inhale. As we exhale, squeeze the core to press those hips all the way up and back. Flipping back onto those feet, finding your downward facing dog once again. Start to walk through the feet now, drawing one heel down at a time. Finding a little bit of space in the backs of the legs. Inhale. And exhale. And then from here, we're going to find that wild thing variation once again. So to start with, I want you to lift the right leg up, inhaling. As we exhale, we're going to bend the knee and open up the hip. So as we open up that hip, the right knee wants to point up towards the ceiling, squeezing that right foot in towards the glute.
Feeling those hips stacking on top of one another. Inhale here. Stay as we exhale. So we're going to find that wild thing. So first we want to shift forwards first so the shoulders come over the wrists. The variation, we drop the left knee, take the left foot out towards that side so we can then place that right toes down, press those hips forwards and open up the chest like we found before. Inhaling here, we're finding that back bend, opening the chest towards the ceiling. Exhale, we look back down towards the mat, plant the hand. Place that left foot behind, press through that foot, find our three-legged dog once again. Right leg all the way up and back, inhale. As we exhale, we bring that right foot back down, go through the other side. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale to bend the knee and open up that hip. So we want those hips to be open up towards that left-hand side. You may even notice that that right heel draws down a little bit more towards the mat. Inhaling here. As we exhale, I want to shift forward so the shoulder comes over the wrist. We drop the right knee down, take the right foot out towards the side. Let that left toes or left foot fall behind. Press the hips forwards and open that chest towards the ceiling. That wild thing variation. Inhale. As we exhale, look back down towards the mat, plant the hand. Plant that right foot, press all the way back up to our three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, bring that left foot back down, we walk through the feet. Inhaling here, and exhaling. Now from here we're going to find that full wild thing. So this time we're going to keep that knee lifted. We're still finding that back bend, opening that chest up towards the ceiling. So from here we're going to inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale to bend the knee, open up the hip like we did before. This time we shift forward so the shoulder comes over the wrists and then keep that left foot, that left knee off. We start to let that right foot fall all the way behind and then we press those hips up, open the chest up towards the ceiling. So if this is too much for you in that supporting arm, then we can bring that left knee down. So you're just finding those two other variations. We've still got that lovely back bend up towards the ceiling, inhale. As we exhale, look back down towards the mat, planting that right foot, find our three-legged dog once again, flipping it back. Exhale, bring that right foot down, and then going through the other side. We inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, bend the knee, open up that hip. We shift forward so that shoulder comes over the wrist, and then let that left foot fall all the way behind, toes touch down. Press those hips up, open that chest up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Stay as we exhale, strong in that supporting arm, that supporting shoulder. Then look back down towards the mat, plant that left hand, we flip back, find our three-legged dog. Inhale here. Exhale, bring that left foot down, walk through the feet. Inhale. And exhale. Start to walk the feet all the way up towards the top of the mat. Take your time, meeting in a forward fold, feet hip distance apart. And then I just want you to let that body hang over. So shake the head, let the arms be heavy. Inhaling and exhaling. Slowly now rolling up to standing, take your time. All the way up, head comes up last. And then once you get there, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. From here, we're going to inhale, lift the arms up overhead. As we exhale, we circle them all the way back behind, and we're going to interlace the hands behind our backs. Now, if we can't quite reach that interlace, then maybe we can use that yoga strap if we have it, or something handy. And then we take a hold of that strap, and we still want to find those shoulders rolling back, shoulder blades squeezing together, and feeling that opening through the shoulders, through that chest. So either with the yoga strap or with the hands interlaced. We want to inhale, lift the chest up. And then as we exhale, we bend into those legs and we find a forward fold. Hinging at the hips. Just make sure that the neck is nice and released, so shake the head. You can have a little bend in those legs, just really finding that opening through the shoulders. Inhale and exhale. And again, inhaling. and exhaling. slowly now release the hands, let them fall down by the sides. If you have the yoga strap, just place it to the side, shake the head, and then from here rolling all the way up to standing once again. This time bring the arms up overhead, palms touch, inhale. Exhale, the palms at the chest, elbows out wide. Bringing the feet together now, toes touch, heels slightly apart. We're going to inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Exhale, we forward fold. Inhale, find a halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, make your way back through your vinyasa. You can step or you can hop back, landing through your chaturanga, strong core. Inhale to a back bend, cobra or upward facing dog, shoulders back. Exhale, hips up and back. Find your downward facing dog once again. From here, we're going to inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, bend the knee, open up the hip. Taking a wild thing, we shift forwards. Your variation, you can drop that left knee now or keep it lifted as we start to take that right foot all the way out towards the side. Press those hips up, open the chest towards the ceiling. Inhaling here. Stay as we exhale. Inhale, lift those hips a little higher. Exhale now, look back down towards the mat. Everyone find yourself back to our three-legged dog. Right leg all the way up and back, inhale. This time as we exhale, I want to bring that right foot all the way through between the hands. Strong supporting in those legs. We inhale, stand up into our high lunge. Reach those arms up overhead. Inhaling here. As we exhale, drop the back heel down. We're going to take those arms all the way back behind, interlacing them behind our back. Again, if you want, you can grab that yoga strap and use that there. We want to roll the shoulders back, lift the chest, inhale. As we exhale, we bow down towards the mat, still with those hands interlaced, but you want that chest to come more on the inside of that right knee, almost like you want to get your right shoulder to be on the inside of your right knee. Let the head be heavy. This is your humble warrior. So you're bowing down, opening up through the shoulders, bending into that front knee. Make sure that right knee is pressing out towards the side. Inhale and exhale. Strong through those legs now. We inhale, come all the way back up. Release those arms, find our warrior two, reaching forwards, look forwards, inhale. As we exhale, we're going to windmill those hands down, frame that front foot, find a vinyasa. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, lift the hips all the way up and back, downward facing dog. Now we're just going to go through this flow on the other side. So we inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale to bend the knee, open up the hip. Find our wild thing, shift forwards. You can drop that right knee now for support. Keep it lifted as we take that left toes down to touch behind. Press those hips up, open the chest towards the ceiling. Inhale here. Stay as we exhale. Inhale, lift those hips a little higher. Exhale, look back down towards the mat. Everyone find ourselves back to our three-legged dog. Left leg up and back, inhale. Exhale, bring that foot all the way through in between those hands. Supporting in our legs, we inhale, stand up strong into our high lunge. Reach those arms up. As we exhale, drop the back heel down. Circle the arms all the way back behind, interlacing or using that yoga strap. We inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. As we exhale, take that humble warrior, bowing down towards the ground. Making sure that left knee is actively pressing out towards the side. We're trying to get that chest down towards the middle, that left shoulder on the inside of that left knee. Let the head be heavy, shake the head. Inhale and exhale. Strong now through those legs. We inhale, come all the way back up. Release the hands, find our warrior two. Gaze forward, strong in those legs. Inhaling here. As we exhale, windmill the hands down. Finding one last vinyasa through your chaturanga. We exhale, strong core. Inhale, cobra, upward facing dog. And exhale, hips up and back. Find your downward facing dog. This time I want you to bring the knees down, untuck the toes, find your child's pose. Big breath in here, and exhale. Looking forwards now in between the hands, I want you to slide all the way forwards onto your belly. Making sure the tops of the feet are pressing down into the mat. We're going to take those hands behind your back one more time, interlacing. Again, using the yoga strap if you want. We then roll the shoulders back, start to squeeze the shoulder blades, and then using that lower back strength, we start to lift the chest. And then activating the legs, we start to lift the feet, the knees, maybe even the thighs start drawing up. Inhale here. This is your locust pose. Breathing in. And then exhale, slowly releasing down. Bring the right cheek down towards the mat. Let the arms be heavy by the sides. Just rock those hips side to side, releasing that lower back. One more variation of this back bend. We're going to come through into our bow pose. So just bringing the chin down towards the mat. This time we're going to bend the legs, drawing those feet up, and see if we can take a hold of the feet with our hands. If we can't quite reach the feet today, that's fine. We can just come back to that locust pose we were in before. We're still finding that same opening. But from here, what we want to do is roll the shoulders back, start to use that lower back to lift the chest. And then if we're in bow, we start to kick the feet into the hands, and we can find even more lift, lifting the knees, the thighs, everything is drawing up and back. Inhale here. Exhale to stay. Remembering to breathe, to smile. We love this pose. Inhale. And exhale, slowly release back down. Bring the left cheek towards the mat, let the legs go. Arms be heavy. Rock those hips side to side. Inhaling here. And exhale. Let the body be heavy against the ground. And then from here, we'll just slowly roll all the way onto our backs. Take your time, so we'll keep the head up at this end. Just shifting the perspective a little bit, finding ourselves the other way. And then from here, I want you to bend the legs, plant the feet just behind the hips. Since we're working quite a bit on our back bends today, we're going to find our bridge pose. Just make sure that you can tickle the back of the heels with your fingertips and make sure those knees are staying up towards the ceiling. They don't fall apart, almost like they're actively squeezing a fist or a block in between those knees, so they're drawing together. And then from here, we want to press through those feet, start to lift the hips all the way up towards the ceiling. Just make sure we don't turn our head from side to side, so we're protecting that neck. And then start to press through those feet, press through the backs of the arms, really finding this opening through the spine. Now we can stay here in our bridge, or if you want to come into wheel, if wheel is in your practice or you want to have a go, what we do is we start to bring our hands behind our ears or next to our ears, fingertips pointing towards our shoulders. Make sure that the butt of the palm is flat on the mat. So really opening up through those shoulders now. Make sure the elbows are pointing up. And then from here, if we're coming into wheel, we press through the feet, press through the hands. See if we can lift all the way up onto the crown of the head. Strong in those arms. Coming onto the crown of the head, you can readjust the hands if you want to. And then another really big push up through those hands, through those feet. We lift all the way up. So we're really opening up into those shoulders, the hips, opening that back. Inhale here. If this is too much for you, we can just gently lower back down, find that bridge pose. Stay as we exhale. Inhale. And exhale. If you are in wheel, we slowly roll back onto the back of the head, tuck the chin, meeting everyone back in our bridge pose. In bridge, we inhale, lift up onto our toes, lift those heels. Exhale, roll down the spine, nice and slowly. And then from here, just let those knees tick-tock side to side, releasing that spine. Inhale. And exhale. Nice and slowly. then from here, bringing the knees into the chest. Just give them a little squeeze. Closing the eyes. And then we'll take the feet out towards the corners of the mat, finding our Shavasana. Getting yourself nice and comfy. If you want a jumper or a blanket or something to cover those eyes, you can grab those now. But bringing the arms by the sides, palms facing up. I just want you to feel that body melting into the ground. Just check in, making sure every muscle is relaxed and released. And then just staying here for just the last few minutes, letting everything settle in. Just slowly now start to deepen the breath, wiggling the fingers and toes. And slowly bringing that movement back into the body. And then taking your time, rolling onto your side. And give yourself a moment before we'll come all the way up into a comfortable seated position. Eyes closed, bringing the palms together at the chest. Namaste.